This is Informer News, your voice of the people. Timeline is Sunday, the 30th of November 2014. Welcome along, my friends, to another edition of Informer News. Coming up in this week's broadcast, confirmation from a whistleblower that a massive solid planetary body many times larger than Saturn is coming into our solar system from behind Saturn and is affecting every planet in our solar system. This report is of fundamental importance for every man, woman and child on our planet and could affect our Earth in a very severe way. And if this massive planetary body comes in close to our planet, could well extinguish life as we know it, if not the planet itself. According to the source, the government knows about this threat and are keeping very tight-lipped. This object could well be Nibiru. Okay, into this report. This report originates from YouTube channel Secure Team 10 and was posted on the 19th of November 2014. Ken works as an astronomer, scientist for a government agency. All this whistleblower can say at this time is that the footage taken by himself and another colleague at the WM Keck Observatory, which is located on the summit of Mauna Kea Island, Hawaii. Major space agencies have been a bit distant over the last few months. That the solar system which we live in and its planets have been changing due to some unforeseen force that entered the solar system. Well, it's not unforeseen to him or the few that have seen this footage, but it will be unseen to the larger part of the world community. This is an image of Saturn that we captured in early November 2014 after we had imaged Uranus and imaged a massive growing storm on Uranus with enormous cloud systems for the first time ever. We, along with many amateur astronomers, could see the details in the planet's atmosphere. We have never seen a storm like this on Uranus before. This type of activity could have been expected in around 2006 to 2007, when Uranus once every 42 years equinox occurred in the sunshine direct on the equator. But we predicted that such activity would have died down by now. Why we see these storms now is anybody's guess. That is, until we started imaging Saturn after detecting signal bursts coming from its direction. When we took this image here, we realized a slight haze in the background of the planet. You can see here on the original imaging, which showed up just barely brighter than the blackness of space. When we inspected the image to see what was creating what we first thought was simply gas of some sort, we saw this here, which is what appears to be some kind of massive planetoid-shaped type object, many times larger than Saturn, approaching from behind Saturn, coming into our solar system. Now, just a quick note here. The Rosetta mission to visit Comet 67P is actually geared towards studying this enormous object, not some comet. And I can assure you that 100% certainty the only other guess of what this enormous giant object is could be in the formation of a black hole. However, data shows that this object is not only massive but solid in form. Now, we are not sure if it's a planet or not, but the imaging shows the characteristics of such. I can't say much more at this time, except that the government knows about this and are keeping tight-lipped throughout the research of this thing. I am risking possible arrest, even talking about it. I could not take copies of these images off this computer system due to some computer failsafes in the software. It does not allow me to make copies or send data and is logged from the system. So the best I could is quickly make this cell phone recording from the monitor here, and that the best I can get at this moment here. The solar system is being affected by whatever this thing is. Because Uranus has no internal source of heat, its atmospheric activities was thought to be driven solely by sunlight, which is now weak in the northern hemisphere. Hence, we were completely taken by surprise when these observations showed such intense activity on the planets, which led to further atmospheric image analysis on this and also Neptune and Saturn. I will have to go, but will try and get more data on this as soon as possible. The Voice of the People believes we should have an open mind on this whistleblower astronomer scientist claim that a massive planetary body is coming in from behind Saturn. I believe there are two alternatives. Either this info is legit and that this whistleblower believes the people of this planet should be forewarned of a massive earth-changing event heading our way, or that this posting was carried out by orders of the elite as another disinfo posting to distract from the real Nibiru event, which I do believe will occur within 5 years. The Voice of the People will keep you updated on this very important report. This following info was passed on to me by a contact of mine. The report was posted in the comment section by a female on Major Ed Dame's site. She states she has had a tip-off which she believes to be legit. Her friend is a retired colonel and his son is in special ops. Sun has said they are preparing for an event in the next 60 to 90 days which will likely take down the power grid. Unsure if it's something they foresee with a solar flare or maybe a cyber attack, but the Sun said Homeland Security etc. will not have the manpower to deal with this and they are preparing for it. This following report originates from beforeitsnews.com and Lisa Humane's YouTube channel, and this info was reported by Jay Wills on the Alternative Surveillance Resource Network, and it goes on. Coming directly from Lisa Humane's YouTube channel, Lisa Humane presents evidence that Nibiru, Planet X Wormwood may very well be near. Lisa Humane states there are 3 planets that appear to be passing. I filmed this November the 20th. 1 to 2 planets of the Nibiru system passing by the second sun. This is Planet X of the passing, known as the Destroyer, coming in with a lot of debris, at least 7 to 14 other planets. An iron system with a huge red planet known as Hercolumbus. 100% magnetic pull will cause a pole shift. Same as the 26,000 year prior. This system comes in every 3,600 years, but this time they say it will be much worse. Also within these photos are cloaked triangular drones, black within those chemical skies, fake NASA clouds, not federal private elite owned, same ones who own the Federal Reserve, Wall Street, JP Morgan, House of Rothschild. The US is a military third tier for brutal depopulation. Second is the Vatican UK, MI5, MI6, in charge of world religions. Third is the Queen, a farce set up for House of Rothschilds, many making big money, torturing people, all of the US and abroad. They came out from underground in these final years, pre 9/11. This is end times. The meek shall inherit the earth. Remember that. Planet X with a brown dwarf star, a distant unseen binary companion of our Sun, several times larger than the planet Jupiter, with a planetary system of its own, whereas I suggest that Planet X is accompanied by an entourage of hosts of planetoids and moonlets. These bodies, 7 in all, orbit the dark star. Enjoy, be aware, and be prepared. Fear is not an option. Be safe, everyone. Concern is now growing in the world community as bird flu rears its ugly head again, with outbreaks occurring in Holland, the UK, Egypt, Japan, Germany, and China. Time.com, November the 17th, 2014 reports the Dutch government has culled tens of thousands of birds at poultry farms that were potentially infected with the avian flu virus H5N8. The Daily News Egypt reports an Egyptian woman died a week after contracting bird flu in the city of Minya in Upper Egypt. Yahoo News reported on Wednesday, November the 19th, 2014. Tests have shown that the German, Dutch and British H5N8 bird flu virus reported in November 2014 were similar to the one that hit Korea, World Health Organization. And the poultrysite.com reported on November the 25th, 2014, Japan confirmed samples from wild birds were positive for the H5N8 influenza virus. Also, wild birds in Germany were positive for the H5N8 virus. And November 2014, China notified World Health Organization of 3 laboratory confirmed cases of human infection with avian influenza H7N9 virus, including 1 death. And finally, the Center for Disease Control, CDC.com, reported on November the 18th, 2014. According to the latest World Health Organization update on November the 14th, 2014, a total of 14,383 Ebola cases have been reported as of November the 11th from 3 West African countries, Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone, where transmission is widespread and intense. The highest reported case counts were from Liberia at 6,878 cases, Sierra Leone at 5,586 cases, followed by Guinea at 1,919 cases. Peaks in the number of new cases occurred in Liberia, 509 cases, Sierra Leone, 540 cases, and Guinea at 292 cases. At Epidemiological Week 38, September the 14th to 20th, 44 October 26th to November the 1st, and 41 October the 5th to the 11th, respectively, and a total of 5,438 deaths have been reported. Investigations of localized transmission in 2 locations in Mali, Coromale and Bamako is currently underway. 4 transmissions was interrupted successfully in Nigeria October the 19th and prevented in Senegal October the 17th. The 2,705 new Ebola cases reported during October the 19th to November the 8th were more widely distributed geographically among districts in Guinea and Liberia compared with the 2,809 new cases reported during September the 28th to October the 18th. During both periods, counts of Ebola cases reported were highest in the area around Monrovia, Liberia, the western and northwestern districts of Sierra Leone, particularly Bombali and Porto Loco, and the prefectures of Keruana and Macenta and Nazikora, Guinea. As of November the 8th, the highest culminating incident rates, 100 cases per 100,000 population, were reported by 2 prefectures in Guinea, Grekedou and Macenta. 4 counties in Liberia, Bombay, Lofa and particularly Majibi and Montserrado, and 5 districts in Sierra Leone, Bombali, Kilahan and Kenema, Port Loko and Western Area. Evidence of decreasing incidents in Lofa and Montserrado, Liberia, is described elsewhere. Okay, my friends, you're all invited to join this channel by subscribing to End Times 23, which is a totally free subscription service. You're also invited to add me as a friend on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. If you'd like to drop me a line on my blog, by all means do so, or if you'd like to join one of my circles on Google+, the links are under this video. All this week's news links can be found on my website, endtimes23.com. There's a live link near the end of this video. Well, that's your lot for this week, my friends. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. I'll be back with you in a week's time with another edition of Cosmic News. So until then, this is your informer signing off, friends. I'll see you on the flip side. Are keeping very tight-lipped. This object could well be Nibiru. Okay, into this report. This report originates from YouTube channel Secure Team 10 and was posted on the 19th of November 2014. Ken worked from a whistleblower that a massive solid planetary body many times larger than Saturn is coming into our solar system from behind Saturn and is affecting every planet in our solar system. This report is of fundamental importance for every man, woman and child on our planet and could affect our Earth in a very severe way. And if this massive planetary body comes in close to our planet, could well extinguish life as we know it, if not the planet itself. According to the source, the government knows about this threat and This is Informer News, your voice of the people. Timeline is Sunday the 30th of November 2014. Welcome along, my friends, to another edition of Informer News. Coming up in this week's broadcast, confirmation from